1, 2, 3, clap.
Definitely
like
our
the
first
first episode.
I was going to say, definitely our first episode we recorded
One
today.
brain.
One brain.
Hi, and welcome to Hey Buddy Nice Podcast. Over there in Scotland, ready to pump out the first episode for today. That's Brogan Hastings.
And over there, clearly showing the one brain theory, it's Wayne Giovanazzi.
Yeah, we're very... See, I think part of it, maybe you do have some ginger genes in you somewhere. Like ginger cats, they all share one brain cell, and only one of them is using it at any given time. Because they're the dumbest of all cats.
Well, you know how Matt's beard's got a bit of ginger in it?
Mm-hmm.
My dad's does the same. So
there you go.
Yeah.
What about your beard?
I haven't grown my beard out long enough. Actually, you know what? This brings up a specific topic that might be kind of interesting.
Okay.
So
that's what we go for. That's what we aim for. At least kind of interesting.
On Wednesday, I have an appointment with the Gender Identity Clinic.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
To get top surgery.
I wasn't going to bring it up. I was going to wait for you to bring anything up like that. Mm-hmm. So there we go. Cool.
But I don't know what it's going to be. I think it's a psychological evaluation.
That's probably the first step. Mm-hmm. I'm not even going to pretend to know, and I'm not going to make jokes about it either.
I know that I will have to have a psychological evaluation.
Yeah, you'll also need one for the gender clinic as well.
Yeah. Specifically because I asked.
Hang on. I heard a buzz.
No,
was that buzz?
It's not what you think.
Damn.
No, specifically because I was saying, when I was getting the surgery the last time, I was like, can I not just take it all off? And the doctor was like, no, because you need to go through X, Y, Z. I was like, I'm already on the list.
Did they say X, Y? And you're like, oh yeah, use that chromosome talk just to rub it in.
No. So yeah, that's coming up on Wednesday, but
that's only a few days. So it's probably already happened by the time this has come out.
Depending on what drops first. Yes.
Yeah, we don't know what's happening with
this
our
week.
episodes this week. This episode will definitely drop this week.
Yes. So I've got that, but so I know I definitely I'm getting the top surgery, or requesting the top surgery at least.
Yeah.
And me and Mum were talking about it, and she was like, "Is that the only thing they want?" I was like, "Well, that's really the only thing that I'm like. If I can only get one thing, that's what I want."
Yeah.
I was like, I thought about maybe seeing if they can do something to like lower my voice, because my voice is much higher when I hear it than what it sounds like to me, and I'm like, it sounds wrong.
Okay, and look, I think I think your voice it does have a somewhat deeper timbre to it.
Yes, in general, I feel like I'm in that weird middle place of not quite deep, but not quite high either. Wayne
that
unplugged his
weird
head.
middle place.
Yeah.
A weird middle place.
Not deep, but not high either. It makes singing certain things very annoying and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I thought about that, but Mum said that would probably involve them putting you on testosterone, which means, you would have to like start shaving.
Yeah.
And can you really be bothered? And I was like, oh, I don't know.
Yes. Can you really be bothered? Do you hear this? That's what it sounds like when you can't be bothered shaving.
I don't know. I mean,
well, I need to find the boundaries. How real talk do you want to get about this right now?
we can get real talk.
Okay. Because you famously are known for saying that you do not have a gender.
Yes.
Is that still how you are feeling?
Yes.
Okay. So, and you feel like that a form of surgery would help cement that feeling within you? It's
more like, imagine having two benign tumours on your chest.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's no benefit for them being there. And it makes wearing certain t-shirts and things very uncomfortable. So you end up strapping them down.
Mm.
And that gets annoying and difficult. You would rather the doctor just took them off to make life easier for you.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel.
I guess it makes sense because it is easier to be identified as or to be non-gendered when you don't have something right there in front of you for everyone else to misgender you with.
Yeah. I don't even think I think it's genuinely the clothes thing. There's also the weight factor as well. Because I mean, this is all assuming that everything all goes okay. Before I go in for surgery, I am weighing myself. And I am weighing myself after surgery to see what the difference is.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's minimal.
Yeah, I know it's a little bit different, but when I went to surgery, for my surgery, which was literally just weight, I wish I had weighed myself because I wanted to know how much the portion of stomach removed would have weighed.
Yeah. So yeah, I think, so there's a part of it's the identity thing, but I think a lot of it is the clothes thing as well. Mm-hmm. You know, and it does make losing weight difficult or demotivating because you know, you look, no matter how much weight I lose, I'm still stuck with them. They'll get smaller if I lose weight, but you know, it's still like, what the fuck is the point? I'm not going to be happy in what I'm wearing anyway.
I mean, it's not relation to what we're talking about now, but it's also like considering muscle as weight as well. It's not like it is considered unhealthy weight. Yes. But in terms of other things like clothing, it affects that. Yeah. It's like, because it's not losing weight for, I know they say that if you're losing weight, you should do it because you want to be healthy and stuff. And I do want to be healthy, but at the same time, for me, it's looking good and feeling, you know, okay with it. Yeah. And I've never felt that. 100%. Yeah, no kidding. I walked past some mirrors today, and I was like, oh yeah, that's not terrible.
I will say one thing that was quite... Oh no, you go.
I was going to say, whereas if I wouldn't even look in a mirror if I was walking past it in a department store, however many years ago. Mm-hmm.
I will say one thing that was quite funny is I went to see Grandpa yesterday, and as I was leaving, there's some chairs next to the doors as you're going, because he lives in sheltered housing. And there was a little boy, and he must have been about 2, maybe 3 at the most. But he was watching me as I came down the corridor, and as I went out the door, and literally the second I stepped foot out the door, he turned to his mum, who's on another seat, and went, "Mummy, man leaving." I went, "Ha!" Yes.
Yeah, kid. Yeah.
I also, I told my hairdresser that I was about the whole situation, and I got charged for a men's haircut, which was nice.
Hey. We were sort of semi-joking about that a little while ago.
Yeah. So
that's cool. Look, I think that's only fair if you look at your hairstyle.
Yeah.
It's pathetic to charge a different price for that style.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, can I ask how much your haircut did cost?
This time or previously?
This time. Now, it's still at a salon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
It cost me 38 quid.
All right. So if I had the Beatbot app right now, I'd be pressing the Beatbots, but it doesn't work on Android devices.
Oh.
So I'm very upset when people do the bit because they've got iPhones. But yeah, so I paid $30 for my haircut this week, and you paid 38 quid, which is probably around $60 odd, which is salon price, a good salon price for a short style haircut. But yeah, my haircut this week was $30. Yours was 38 quid. Mm-hmm. And 38 quid, maybe around $60, which I think sounds like a haircut price for that sort of length at a salon here, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, yeah. I think... I just think it's very strange to juxtapose the other recording that we've done today to this from what we were talking about.
We went from serious ridiculous to very serious, but
yeah.
But yeah,
go on.
I don't think I would hate a beard.
Yeah, I haven't shaved it in a few years now, so
I think once I lose a little bit more weight as well, my face looks a little bit less round and fat.
Well, you see, that is the secret to a beard. Mm-hmm. So the fat guy grows a beard. This is personal experience.
Yeah.
Grows a beard to try and disguise that fat face.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you're the one that's saying you've got a fat face, not me.
Yeah, when I gain weight, I tend to gain it on my face. Quite a lot goes on my face. And my face does look thinner when I lose weight. So, yeah, I don't know.
Brogan is putting hands on their face in the shape of a beard. And it actually... Okay, do you know what vibes I'm getting? And you're going to really like this. Mr. Daniel Davis. Legitimately.
Okay, decided.
Confirmed.
I don't hate it. I think I would have to go full beard. I don't think I could just do a mustache. Or even the pen goatee.
I used to only go the partial goatee, which is just on the chin, right? This area here, because it was never that strong on the top lip. It didn't look great, or the bits the connecting bits. Yeah. I didn't like how it looked unconnected.
Pen does not have anything there, despite the fact I draw him with stuff.
I think he does. It's just very light coloured and very fair. Mm-hmm. But I haven't looked that hard when in person. So
I've been close enough to look. I did not.
Oh
look.
Yeah. You don't want to stare. No. But there, yeah. Other than that, it's full beard. That's what I've done.
Yeah.
I mean, there has been times when I've like shaved down my beard with my beard trimmer to whatever the small stubble length, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, let's leave the moustache and see how that looks. I want to see if I look Taika Waititi-ish. And I don't, because I'm very fair-skinned. But that's not the only reason why.
Yeah.
Because he can pull off a moustache.
He can.
Yeah.
He can. So can Jimmy. I wasn't sure about Jimmy's moustache at first, but now I've seen without it, and I'm like, I actually love the moustache.
Yeah, people make fun of it, but Jimmy, we think you're all right with a moustache. You should keep it, buddy.
Yeah.
At all times. Even if it's just in your pocket. So
yeah.
I was going to start bringing up other people's facial hair. They may listen to this, so let's not.
So, Brogan's body modification. Yes to the beard, possibly. Definitely yes to losing the top stuff. Nick and I were talking about muscle building. And he's like, oh, people don't like taking protein because they're like, oh, I don't want to get big. And I was like, Nick, I want to look buff as shit.
I want to be a swole boy.
I want to be able to look at Jacob the audio guy and for him to genuinely fear for his legs. I don't even have to hit him. I just want to look at him and for him to hurt.
Oh my god. You want to walk into the churn and then just be like, oh, Jacob, I know that you own a pistol or two, but here's the real gun show. Yeah. It's like, have you seen my beach ball? I think it's over there. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm going to get Nick to sort me out on exercise and stuff because cardio can only get you so far.
Yeah. So you want to start lifting weights?
I think so. Well, not even just... I used to lift weights. I used to lift weights a lot. I haven't done it in a long time. The only problem with that is it means going to a gym or buying weights.
And you're already seeing a Nick. You don't need to see a gym as well.
Exactly.
Yep.
So
no. You can start off without going to a gym for simple things. Get some water jugs, fill them with water. I'm not talking like these kind of jugs with Sharpies in. I'm talking like you go to your can't remember the name. Tesco. You can go to your Tesco, buy like jugs of like spring water or something with handles, so you can lift them. Or a couple of jugs of white vinegar. Just pour out the vinegar. White vinegar's not good for anything. It ain't malt vinegar.
The funniest thing is, when you said water, my immediate thought was like, I could do it in the office and I could steal one of the water cooler water
There you
tanks.
go. Yeah, that. Then you can move up to 2, both full.
Yeah.
And then you can fill them with sand. I don't know if sand is heavier than water. I reckon it is. Then you can buy some weights, cut the water jugs in half, put the weights, the dumbbells inside the jugs, and then glue it back together. Oh, wait, hang on. Never mind. That's no point to that. I was just trying to think of heavy things.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I might look into how much a weight set is if Nick decides, because at this stage I wouldn't buy anything else without speaking to Nick.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I bought the treadmill without speaking to Nick, and that was a good idea. The treadmill.
Okay. He did not reprimand you.
He did not.
He's not going to reprimand you for walking.
He's not. He's not going to reprimand me for making an effort to do exercise.
Yeah, and you could just be like, you're not my real dad, but I wish you were.
No, I love my dad.
Oh yeah, you're allowed to have more than one father.
I suppose he's my fitness father.
Because if Nick becomes your dad, just by default, Jim also becomes your dad because they co-parent clearly.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Nick was talking about resistance exercises, which I think is things like squats and bodyweight exercises. I don't hate squats. I don't think I do them right. I think that's the problem.
Ah, so when you do them, do you hurt afterwards?
Yes. But
okay, then you're probably doing them right.
I don't know. I always feel like I bend my back or bend over. I bend the wrong way, whatever it is.
Yep.
I don't think I've got the correct posture is the words I'm looking for.
Could it be from that previous coccyx injury?
Possibly.
Yeah, possibly. There you
go. So yeah, I would like to get swole. I am not opposed to becoming a slab of muscle.
You want to be just like that statue of, is it a Pikachu? Which Pokemon have it? Is it that you've got, the swole Pokemon?
I have Gengar. I had Gengar.
Gengar, swole, had?
I think it might have, oh yeah, no, it now belongs to, I'm pretty sure it now belongs to the baby cousin.
That was my guess.
Yeah, I think it was one of these things that I put it in a box along with many, many things with the thought that I will eke it out to them over stages. And my mum just went, when I was not home one day, just went, take the box.
Oh no, that's terrible. Because you had like a supply of things just to pull out and say, here you go, bud.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Poor form, Brogan's mother.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, would I have just said, just take the whole box? Probably.
Of course.
But,
Yeah. I rescind my previous statement. Yeah, your mum was right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It was just shit that was taking up room, Brogan.
And it wasn't a room that my mum was using. So she was probably like, get that shit out of my house.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, Mitchell's been gone for a while.
You make it sound... I don't actually know where Mitchell is at the moment. Mitchell update.
Yes,
we don't know.
Still don't know where Mitchell is.
My grandpa says Mexico, possibly.
Mexico. That sounds like a joke, but it's probably true.
It's probably true.
Okay, cool.
I know that Mexico was on his... He was in Brazil not that long ago, and then Colombia.
Mm-hmm.
So
I wonder if he's going to go to the namesake of Mr. Piffles in Chihuahua.
Oh,
Mexico.
Possibly.
I assume he's only going to stick in the tourist areas for obvious reasons.
I think so. I mean, I know that he's met people while he's travelling. I don't know if they're all travelling together now or if it's a case of he's meeting up with different groups as he goes through.
Right.
But, you know, certainly for the most part, he's not alone. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm Cancun, Tijuana. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
We need to put an air tag on the boy so we know where he is. Brogan is going to go yell. This is the third week in a row that Brogan has gone to give stern wording to people making noise in the house. Look, I don't blame them. They live here too. I say here as if they're in my abode. They're not. They're clearly in Scotland. All right. Oh, cheese bags, everybody. Let's all hide for when Brogan comes back, so they're like, oh no, where did Wayne and all the cheese bags go? We can hide but we can all probably fit. Oh shit, we're too late. Brogan's back. Surprise! Oh shit, we weren't hiding. Never mind.
I gave him a glare and he went, "It's all right. I've done all the hammering I'm going to do." You're supposed to do none.
He's hammered enough. Look, Kez makes noise. Your dad is allowed to make noise from time to time. It's okay.
I know, but it annoys me.
Oh, it's for your peace of mind. That's what it is. Okay, that's cool.
My fear was that he kept hammering. And because I got that ADHD brain, I would just stop talking.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. When you got your haircut this week,
yes.
Was there any other general chit-chat going on? Or nothing really?
Do you mean because my hairdresser says crazy shit?
Pretty much, yeah, because quite often there's something to say.
No, we did have a conversation about... Oh, so not Friday when I got my hair cut, but the last time. So last year.
Yes.
So Megan uses the clippers on the side of my hair.
Yep.
I think it's it's a 3 on the sides.
Okay.
But the last time she went to my hair and the guard fell off.
Oh.
And it was literally like inches from there. We were talking about that. She was like, I'm going to make sure it's actually clipped on this time.
Yep.
And we're laughing. She's like,
do your job, far out.
Well, she was like, the worst thing is, I think you would just laugh. I think you would just laugh and tell me to go for it. I was like, I would
well,
just say...
Look, just take off a can right now and show me the side of your head. Okay. All right. Because this is a 1 on me. And I have fairer coloured hair.
Yeah. Hang on.
So you could easily go shorter if you wanted to.
100%. Next time I'm asking for a 2.
Yeah. I mean, it looks... There's more of a line on this side. It's hard for me to turn my head. Hang on. Because I can't see it in the thing. I'm struggling. I'm hitting my microphone, ripping off my cans.
Yeah. I'm testing it out with different lengths. I asked her to keep most of the length on top. Because I do quite like it long in the middle.
Yeah.
But I'm quite interested to try like a faux hawk.
Yeah. Mine had gotten to the length where it could faux hawk, but my hair is starting to thin out more than I would like. And when I was growing it longer, it was just very fine and it was not good. So I was like, fuck it. Let's just go back to I don't know. It's shorter. It is what it is.
Yeah. So next time I'll probably get her to like maybe if there's any split ends or whatever, get her to trim that out, but do at least a 2 on the side. Yeah.
I went to the same place I went to last time for my haircut. So because it's cheaper than where I was going.
Yeah.
The thing is though, all the workers there, English is a second language.
Yes.
Right. And there is just some inbuilt anxiety within me that I'm not going to understand what they say. And I am a little bit hard of hearing as well, because I've had issues with my ears my entire life.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize at the time. I thought the guy was a bit older than he looked. He sits me down. He looked very excited to have a customer. I was the only one there at the time. I sit down. I clearly still new at the game a little bit, as far as I could tell. He starts cutting my hair, and then he has a conversation with who I assume is his father or uncle or something, but in their first language.
Yes.
And whatever. And then he says to me, today I'm going for my... And I didn't hear what he said. And I'm like, cool. So now I'm working through context clues. I'm thinking I have to get through these context clues to try and work it out. Because I also don't want to be thinking racist thoughts like, maybe I'm going for my citizenship or some shit. So I'm not going to say anything. I'm not even going to give it a second thought until I know facts. And then he said, so yeah, I'm gonna get my first car as well. It's gonna be a Holden such and such. I'm like, oh, he said he's gonna go for his P-plate driving license.
Aww.
Got it. And that's when it clicked in my head that this guy cutting my hair is 16 years of age.
Oh.
Yeah. Right? I mean, he did a good job. It's fine. But also, like, I like to try and give them a little bit of freedom.
Yeah.
Which anytime I sort of did that is like, well, what do you want? It's like, well, let's do this then.
Yeah.
Because especially last time I went to this place, when I said, like my hair, so it's the length with it, it can either be brushed back or to the side. And when I said brushed backwards, he goes, no. I'm like, that's what I want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
I want a hairdresser to say no to me.
Yeah.
In certain situations. Unless it's something in particular that I want to do. So, yeah.
In that case, it's like, I will pay. I have heard you. Tell me no. And I am moving forward. Regardless.
Exactly, yeah.
I am verbally signing the waiver.
Yes. But they won't do it sometimes, I feel like. And that's when you move forward, out of the chair and out of the store. Store, salon, hairdresser, barber.
Place.
There we go. Place. Place of business. Yeah. You leave the place of business. Yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, there was a specific reason that I had to go and get a haircut though. So as we know, last Wednesday, was the day of my visa application interview.
Yes.
And we're not talking credit cards, we're talking international travel visas for the United States of America.
Yes.
I got an email Tuesday afternoon after I'd finished streaming, like 1 in the afternoon, saying, the photo you provided in your online application does not meet the requirements for the US visa. If you do not attend the meeting with a new photo, it will be delayed for fuck knows how long.
Jeez, oh.
Yeah, I'm like, gee, thanks for telling me this less than 24 hours before my meeting. So I'm like, all right, what do I do? Okay, I think I'll have to go get a haircut if I'm going to have my photo taken.
What did it say that it didn't meet the requirements? Like, did it give you...
There was a light shining above my head. Yeah, that which I didn't pick up at the time. Because I just took it at home. Yeah. Against a white background, but there was a bit of a... Yeah, so that's why it failed. So I'm doing research. It's like, okay, passport photos. I can go to a passport photo. I can go to a post office. But wait, I think you need like an appointment for that sort of shit. Not nowadays because it's all digital. It's all digital photography and they can print it off there and then and they can even send you an email version, a digital version of it. Yeah. So that was all right. But I'm running out of time before these places close because, you know, a post office closes at like 5 p.m. I still have to get my hair cut. Yeah. I'm on a tight time frame here. So went and got my hair cut, freaking out a little. The anxiety, just like insane. Mm-hmm. I took something for the anxiety. Wow. But... And that calmed the brain part of it. Mm-hmm. And it was a bit of a warm day as well. But it didn't take care of the physical aspects of when my anxiety is really kicking in. Mm-hmm. So I'm like sweating and gonna have to go get a haircut and someone has to touch me while I was sweating. So before getting out of the car, I'm like aircon blasting, trying to make sure I'm all nice and dry. Like, I mean, I've just had a shower, I washed my hair as you should, brushed my teeth, because you don't want to smell stinky breath when you're going to have someone around your head for 20 minutes or so. Mm-hmm. And then by the time I got to the post office to get my photos done, I was very much in a calm and relaxed position because I was happy with the haircut and, you know, the Valium was doing its thing. I feel like I was in I don't know what the best word was to use, but maybe I don't know. The older lady who was serving me at the post office, I felt like I kicked up the charm a touch because like making jokes, but not like how I would normally make a joke, but that ones that would cater to them. Ah, you dialed back the asshole. Well, the drugs may have had something to do with that, but but they would say something and then I would say something witty in regards to what they had said instead of making a poop or butt or dick joke. Good. Which normally in that situation I would say nothing. Yeah. I would just say nothing. So, yeah. Anyway, I had my interview. you remember what my big issue was having the correct documentation and not knowing what to provide. Thankfully, they told me exactly what I need to provide.
Good.
But it's costing me another $47. So I had to pay $30 for a haircut, $22 for photos, another $47 for this piece of paper that I need. Who knows how long it's going to take for me to receive it. So even if I win the big $150 million Powerball this Thursday, I'm probably not going to have my travel visa in time for Scoot Fest.
Aww.
That's just based on historical performances. But who knows? Maybe in 2018 they were very busy with applications.
Maybe.
So yeah, I could still win the lottery. You never know. Yep, could happen. Who knows? Right. I was going to say something, but it's RJ related, and we kind of need RJ here for it.
We do.
We're checking to see if we've had any contact from RJ.
I've not had any notifications, so...
No, neither
still not
I've
awake.
got one, but it is not from RJ. Okay. Are you familiar, Brogan, with a television show called After Midnight?
Vaguely. I've seen adverts for it, and I have seen a clip.
Yes, because it used to be hosted by Chris Hardwick, right? Then there was Chris Hardwick Controversy, and then the show went away.
I know the name.
It was on Comedy Central. It was called At Midnight, right? At symbol midnight. Chris Hardwick. Look, I don't want to really talk about it because I don't want to talk about Chris Hardwick. But basically, the show is like a spiritual successor called After Midnight. New host, same sort of thing. 3 comedians in a fake game show disguised as like a panel show. No, it was a panel show. Talk show disguised as a game show. First episode had Kurt Braunohler on it.
Oh,
and
Kurt
2 other people. Kurt from the Kurt Braunohler Variety Hour. Yeah, from like Bob's Burgers. Matt's buddy. Matt Donnelly's buddy, Kurt Braunohler. Hot Tub with Kurt and Kristen Shaw. Yes. Exactly, yes. But what really got me was... when they were being introduced, it was like, and today we've got Kurt Braunohler from the podcast, blah, 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 and such from the podcast, blah, 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 and such from the podcast, blah, blah, blah. All 3 of these people, known for other things as well. Back in the early days of Ice Cream Social, there was a big social media push to get Matt and Paul on At Midnight. Then the show went away.
I remember this.
What I'm saying is, I need to see Matt Donnelly on After Midnight. Yeah. Paul's cool and all. He lives on the other side of the country. I need to see Matt Donnelly on this show because he would be hilarious. He is more than just a podcaster. Yep. He's out there doing things. He's a magician. He's on television. Yep. Like Fool Us. He's had appearances. He's been in the game for quite some time. I think he would be hilarious. He's got his improv chops, which is really going to help because it's about making jokes up on the fly. Yeah. So I think, I don't want to start anything without talking to anyone, but I think, I reckon there should be another social media push to get Mr. Matt Donnelly on After Midnight. Yeah.
If we can get Paul on too, great. But
sure. Yeah.
We love and support Matt Donnelly in this house.
Exactly. Yeah. That it wouldn't be the first. Like At Midnight, I saw Tenacious D on it, and they were a team, Jack and Kyle. So you could have Matt and Paul as a team. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, the show is on CBS now as well. It's not on Comedy Central. And Paul F. Tompkins was on the 2nd episode. So, and the 3rd episode, Max Greenberg. That means... all 3 episodes so far have had a voice actor from Bob's Burgers on it. Because you got Max Greenfield as Boo Boo, Paul F. Tompkins as Multiple, and Kurt Braunohler as Logan and Multiple. Yeah. Yep. Yes. But yeah, it's a good time waster kind of show. It's funny, entertaining. Yeah.
Sometimes that's just what you need.
Yep. Look, Brogan, this kicked off last week. It's a new segment. And that segment is called Things Brogan Didn't Know for an Embarrassingly Long Time.
Yep. this
Insert
one.
drum roll and cymbal.
So I was actually reminded. This started the segment because I messaged you and said there's more. Essentially,
yes. For those who don't recall, last week Brogan, we were talking about references in old sitcoms, and Brogan said they didn't understand a reference about Marky Mark, and then I said Marky Mark is Mark Wahlberg, and Brogan's mind was blown.
Yes.
Their shit was lost.
Yes. I was reminded of this because I was listening to ICS and the boys were reading out the Patreon names, and up came The Curse of Mac Tonight's Tomb, right? Yep. For the longest time, and I mean until about end of December 23, I thought that was a reference to Mac King.
Really?
I have no idea who Mac Tonight was.
Yeah, boy, Brogan, that's pretty fucking foolish of you. Don't you look like a fool? The egg on your face.
Do you know who Mac Tonight is?
I do not.
No, I had to look it up. Apparently, from the McDonald's adverts, and he has a moon face.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I do know Mac Tonight. He had a fake talk show. Yeah.
I had no idea. I looked at it, I'm like, I don't know who this is.
Yep. You have reminded me, though, of a meme I saw today. It's in the 80s, 90s McDonald's boardroom, advertising boardroom. We need a mascot for our fast food company. How about a clown? People hate clowns. Clown it is. What else could we use? How about a guy who breaks into our stores and steals our goods? It's like, excellent. What else? How about just a fucking disgusting, giant, ugly purple thing? Another winner.
What's that face you're making? I'm grimacing. Grimace it is!
Yeah. So yeah, Mac Tonight. I think maybe the show was called Mac Tonight, and the Moonface guy was named Mac. I can't really remember.
Maybe, I don't know, but I did for the long. I was trying to figure out how it was in reference to Mac King.
Mac Tonight. I reckon there might be another reference because it's Mac Tonight's tomb.
Yeah, The Curse of Mac Tonight's Tomb.
It's yeah.
So I think it's a combination of the Curse of the Mummy's Tomb.
Yeah.
And Mac Tonight, but I feel like you're right. There's another reference there that I'm not getting.
Do you want to know what I always assumed it was?
What?
I always assumed it was a reference to like a bit or a character that Paul would have done on Geek Shock or Ugly Couch Show. That was just my assumption.
Oh, possibly. Chris would know. Chris the big.
Chris would know.
Chris the big
let's
Geek
call
Shock
him
guy.
right now. Beep boop boop beep. See, I don't have beep bot, so I can't do it.
No.
So it's terrible. Yeah. Okay. That. I mean, it didn't kick the segment in the dick, but
it's not as impressive as last week's.
No. We'll see. I'm sure there'll be something else that comes up.
I mean, who knows? Maybe somebody will say, "Okay, you didn't even know Marky Mark. Do you even know who X is, or this person?" And I'll be like, "No."
Yeah, Brogan. Do you know who Mr. X in the X-Files was?
Yes, because it's in the comics.
Oh, I'm talking about the actor.
I can't remember, but I know that the X-Files doesn't stand for unallocated. No. Do you know why it was called the X-Files? In the canon of the show, do you know why it was called? Look, Mr. X I was just making a joke. Okay, don't worry about Mr. X. So it's called the X-Files because they ran out of room in their filing cabinet under U for unexplained. And the, secretary lady was like, well, nothing's getting used. Put it filed under X. We'll just put them under X. Oh, I feel like there was another explanation under, in the comics as well. There was another reason, but I can't remember what it was. I'm
surprised that Mr. X is in the comics, because I don't know when the comics are set, but Mr. X dies.
Oh, Mr. X is the comic, certainly the comic I'm talking about is well before Mulder and Scully. When it was originally set up.
You're talking Mulder's dad and Smoking Man and shit.
Yeah, that kind of.
Interesting. I mean, I am due for a rewatch of The X-Files because allegedly, I mean, there's talk of not a reboot, but another season of The X-Files. But not Mulder and Scully.
Okay, no, not interested.
Yeah.
I
It's hard to rewatch all the X-Files again. I love it, but I've seen some of them so many times, and then there are some which are not great episodes. And then when when David Duchovny goes on his sabbatical to like make movies and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, you've got Robert Patrick, but it jumps the shark a little.
I think what annoyed me was in the new series. So Mulder and Scully's son William. Scully has to give William up.
Billy,
and then they find William again in the new series.
Yep. And
then they just leave him there. And I'm like, no.
It was to protect him, wasn't it?
I don't think the second time was. I think it was like he didn't... They gave him up to protect him, definitely.
Yeah.
But I think there was another reason. I can't remember exactly what. It's been a while.
I mean, I'm glad that those later seasons exist, the newer ones, because there are some... S-tier episodes in that.
Oh yeah, the Were person one, amazing with Reese Darby.
Yeah,
fucking love that episode.
And what's his fucking name? Oh shit, he was in that Marvel superhero movie as well.
Oh, which one? There's. That's like saying he's like that great.
Silicon Valley. He was in Silicon Valley.
No.
Fuck. Kamali. No, his name is gone from my head.
Describe
Doesn't
him.
matter.
Which character did he play in Marvel?
Don't turn me into a racist, Brogan.
Which Marvel movie, at least?
Nanjiani. Is that his name? That's his surname? Anyway, fine. You know, that weird one that no one liked that Harry Styles showed up at the end of?
Oh, the Eternals.
Yeah, he was in the Eternals.
That weird one that nobody liked that Harry Styles was in. Oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Let's see, the Eternals.
Kamal Nanjiani or something like that. The one that bit. The
Jingle.
one that bit Reese. What's his name?
Yeah, you're right. Camille
Nanjiani.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pronunciation yet to be confirmed.
Yes.
But yeah, so there's that episode, and then the other one that really stands out to me is the sushi restaurant. I think there's a sushi restaurant where it's all AI run, and like for the first half of the episode, like there's like no dialogue spoken.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, and then they get back to their apartments and that, and it's still sort of like after them.
I think I might have to rewatch some of the later seasons anyway.
Yeah.
I remember the Bear Monster one, and I remember Mulder getting high on drugs and then dancing to Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember.
I remember because it was really weird because wherever he ended up, it was obviously some kind of hallucination dream sequence.
Yeah.
But the lone gunmen were there.
There's
and Skinner in like their cowboy outfits.
Yeah,
because I remember the picture leaking and me going, the lone gun.
Yeah, because they had the lone gunman return episode as well, where it was in like a artificial world that wasn't really them.
It. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. Yep.
But I don't think all three lone gunmen returned. I don't think Byers returned.
No, I don't think so. I think it was only one of them. The Garth Algar looking guy. Was? Okay, it was two?
It was at least two. There was the older guy and there was the guy with the long hair. But Byers was always my favourite because he's the only name I can remember. Yeah, there you go. That's why. But yeah, X-Files. Yeah. Sort of, I mean, I'm not gonna... I don't... It would be a long time before I rewatch it. Also... Michael McKean is in... Of course. Michael McKean is in X-Files. So, okay. Which we have discussed and I need to rewatch. Yeah. Does Scotland have a National Day of Pride? By that I mean of it being Scotland, for anything like that? Probably the closest we have is Burns Night or St Andrew's Day. But nothing that's specifically like Pride of Scotland Day. We're just always proud to be Scottish.
in Burns night, is that when you take out all the shit you no longer want, throw it in the carport, and then just set it on fire?
No, so it's to do with Robert Burns or Robbie Burns.
Not Charles Montgomery?
No.
Okay.
But it's the night that people usually have like haggis, neeps, and tatties, and read Burns poetry.
Ew. That sounds like a terrible day. Poetry and haggis?
Yeah.
Nah. I'm down with the tatties.
It's not for me.
No.
I mean, I've never liked haggis anyway. Not a big fan of turnips either.
Yep. So you've actually tried haggis then, have you?
When I was like really young.
Yeah.
I would have.
What about anyone else in your family? Are they down for haggis?
I think
not real.
You paused. It froze, so I missed the first part of that.
I said, anyone else in your family, are they down for haggis?
Dad likes haggis. Mitchell likes haggis. I think my mum's kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
But people in my family do like haggis,
More power to them, I say.
Penn was actually interested in trying vegan haggis.
Well, yeah, I'll try vegan haggis. It's not fucking awful.
Yeah.
See, look, in Australia, we have a thing called Australia Day.
Yes, I've heard.
It falls on the 26th of January, which is a date that Indigenous people of this land not a fan of, especially for it to be called Australia Day, right?
I was going to say...
Already, it's meant to be about the founding of Australia. So, exactly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That face you're pulling is correct.
Yeah.
That's the correct reaction you should have. I've never liked Australia Day.
Yeah.
Even before I knew anything about how Indigenous people felt about it, etc., I've never had a good experience on Australia Day. Now, okay, let's tell a couple of stories.
I feel like you've told this before where you're like cursed on Australia Day.
Kind of, yeah, where I try not to leave the house. Like, as a youngin', I'd never been on a sleepover before. This is like first grade. Like, friend invited me over to go to see the fireworks for Australia Day down by the river and sleep over his place, and I didn't want to do that. I did, but then, like, I don't know what it was, like, whatever that feeling you get as a kid, like, I just want to go home.
Yep.
I don't know. And then they're like, okay, so after the fireworks, brought me home. My family was not home. So had to go back, stay the night. And then, you know, like people being thrown into mirrors and shit in fast food restaurants. Fights, people getting punched in the head, seizures. Yeah, all that kind of thing. Anyway, so the climate is changing a bit. The perception of Australia Day is changing, as it should.
Yeah.
Now, Woolworths, the parent company of Big W, which is where Kez works, are not stocking... Huh? Okay. I don't know what picture you're sending me. Are not stocking any Australia Day merchandise. Now, typically you've got all these like flags on fucking little sticks, boxer shorts with Australian flag on it, and all this tacky, stupid shit that you would find at a cheap $2 store, right?
The Australian equivalent of 4th of July. Exactly.
It's all the shitty 4th of July stuff that you expect to see. Now, it is also a national public holiday, right?
Yeah.
So the store's saying, we still recognize it as a national public holiday. So, you know, right, if you're an employee who would normally work on this day, you have the option to not work and still get paid because it's a national public holiday, blah, blah, blah. Now, people have been kicking up the shit, right? Saying fucking boycott Woolworths for not selling this tacky fucking crap. Why are they not selling this shit that I want to buy? Well, frankly, over the last few years, the decline in sales of this stuff is a key factor as to why not to stock it in the first place, right?
Yeah.
But also, as a store, as a company, they have the right to stock whatever they do or do not want. So boycott what Woolworths was trending on Twitter. Mm-hmm. Woolworths is one of our grocery chains, one of the two major grocery chains, Coles and Woolworths.
Yeah.
So I said on Twitter, because you know that thing where you try and turn a hashtag around?
Yeah.
You know, like take it back? I said, all you dumb motherfuckers saying boycott Woolworths for not having Australia Day merchandise. As a company, they can sell or not sell whatever they choose. Take a real fucking stance and boycott them and the others for price gouging on your weekly fucking groceries. Because that is the real reason why they should be getting fucking boycotted. Mm-hmm. But it's stupid that people want this tacky shit. I mean, they're buying it every year. They're clearly not saving this plastic shit. So it's single-use plastic, realistically. And single-use plastics are also outlawed and banned in Western Australia. So probably can't stock it for that reason anyway. Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe they want some paper cups with an Australian flag on it to drink their fucking box wine out of while they're down on the foreshore looking at the big, bright, boomy things in the sky.
I mean, my question is, why the fuck are you not saving this shit from last year?
Exactly.
How many times do you have to buy it?
Because we live in a disposable capitalist world where things should be readily available for us at anywhere we want, at any time we want. And if they stop selling it, then they shouldn't exist. Why should that store exist if they don't have what I want there and then?
Exactly.
Fucking whatever you want to get from Woolworths or Big W for Australia Day, think ahead. Think ahead. Go online, get it cheaper.
Yeah. Sure,
maybe you have to use some initiative and order it a little bit early. Mm-hmm. Or you know what? Maybe it's just after Christmas. They don't have the money to spend, that $3 on that shitty little flag. Whatever.
Oh, it's not the flag that got them, it's the shipping. They can't spend the extra.
The shipping, of course. Well, you go to like AliExpress and spend over $15 with the same store and it's free shipping,
There you go.
I learned that recently because that's where I bought my my big rug from that I've got on the way.
Ah.
But I didn't get free shipping.
No. Boo.
It was $3. I know, right?
That's not bad.
For the size of the rug, yeah. It's pretty good. Oh my god, every week it's turning into Wayne has a bit of a rant about something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. We should probably try and avoid that. So we've got things Brogan didn't know for an embarrassing long time and what has angered Wayne.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I have to say this. Look, we're running out of time. I said to you that, remember how I thought I got pickpocketed? Mm-hmm. I got, I had something lifted out of my back pocket. They stole it. They took it away from me.
And you blamed those people quite for persistently and vocally and very loudly.
To my credit, they looked a little dodgy. I discovered it's highly unlikely that is how it went down.
What happened?
Well, the Powerball lottery was up to $100 million this week. So I was like, well, I have to buy a ticket, right? Mm-hmm. So I had the thing where you fill out the numbers in my back pocket, same back pocket, mind you, walking along. I had headphones in. I had my earbuds in.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm approaching the kiosk where I need to buy my lottery. So I'll take one earbud out. So I took my earbud out and I hear a guy say, hey mate, you dropped this. So I turned around thinking, he's probably talking to me. And he's out there, hand outstretched with my piece of paper with the numbers checked on it. That means, as I walk, my butt forces paper upwards and outwards from my back pocket.
How tight are your jeans?
Look, I've gained a few kilos. All right. I think the better question is, how toned is my butt? I mean, the answer to that is not. So the jeans must be tight.
Yeah, I think from now on you don't put things in your back pocket like paper.
I don't put pieces of paper that stick half out.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know if I was laughing as he was handing it to me as the realization sunk in as to that's what had happened. But I don't know, maybe not. I still really believe that I felt it there when I took the other things out of my pocket the other week.
Phantom paper.
I think we're going with unconfirmed. Unlikely, but unconfirmed. Yeah. You got anything else you want to say today, Brogan?
Nope.
Good. Let's just leave it at that. Yeah. We don't know what's happening with these episodes. We don't know when this one's coming out. We don't know what promotion we've put in the other episodes. So let's just do the full shebang. But you know what? I think that was a pretty good episode. So I think it deserves a round of applause.
Wayne has been desperate to use this drop forever.
I forgot that it was there. That was for our special guest who isn't this week. If you got anything to say about things that we've said today, you can do so on social media by tagging us at NicePodBud, and you can tell us why Brogan is right, or you can tell us why Wayne is wrong. Those are the only really two options. Only two options, exactly. Actually, they're not options. There's one option. No, wait, no, you're right.
Yeah.
No, you're right. There's two options, one choice. Yeah. See? Brogan was right. Wayne was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. At NicePodBud on all social media. You can also write to us, admin@nicepodbud.com, or just go to our website, which is nicepodbud.com, and there's a contact form, which I assume still works, because I haven't heard from our registrar saying your emails are no longer working. Remember that whole email thing we were talking about?
Vaguely, yeah.
Yeah. Vaguely. So we may be paying them money and we don't know about it. You can do that. Send in your art crimes. We really like art crimes. We want to see more of them. We want to talk about them lovingly and say what we like about them. And, we talk you up.
Yeah.
We will make you feel good.
We are the Penn and Teller's Fool Us is this for art.
Yes. We're not those fucking asshole X Factor judges.
No.
We're not those turn around in the chair judges. Oh no, I guess they're usually nice.
They're usually quite nice.
We're not those Got Talent judges that are going to talk shit about you. We're the Penn Gillette.
We are channeling our inner Penn Gillette on Fool Us, on Britain's Got Talent Magic, where he was just the nicest
Hey, buddy, nice podcast.
Oh, hi, Bobby.
I pushed that button so long ago.
I love him.
I don't know why it took so long to play. Look, you can trust someone who says,
"Hey, buddy, nice podcast,"
and we say it all the time. Yeah. You can also talk to Brogan on all social media at 7 billion needles. That's the number 7, the words billion and needles.
And you can talk to Wayne at Wayne Geo, and that's G-I-O, not G-E-O. Yep. G-I-O.
Correct. I don't think anyone has ever made that mistake, but it's possible.
I don't know. It's also not Wayne Glow. That's reserved only for Jonan Vasquez.
Correct, yes. And the Chag. And the Chag as well. Anyway, thanks for stopping by and having a listen.
As always, stay fresh, cheese bags.